heavy into this. I mean, it takes it takes a lot to make the world go round. So anyway, back to what we got going on, and I'll put a post on my Twitter for who's on the team here that you can follow and welcome into the V fam if you wouldn't mind. Anyway, so over the last week, wow, V nerds, 10 hours minted out. I was talking to Virtual Flame the other day and he was hoping for everything to mint out in a week. I suggested that everything would be minted out in 48 hours, and holy crap, 10 hours. And there's people already putting together their collections. Floor is up to 1,500. I would say it is doing better than most VNFTs in that aspect as of right now. 50% above mint, that's pretty good. Highest sales so far, 12,500. And like I said, I've seen a few complete collections. As y'all know, that's the name of the game. Collect all 5 of any given nerd and get a super nerd. Next up, New Pig's Order. First drop, 10 minutes. I woke up on Sunday morning and I missed the whitelist. I didn't think it was happening so quick, but anyway, they minted out in 10 minutes. First drop, 1,000 tokens, 500 vet, and their next drop is coming on Sunday the 19th. So that's the 2 that just minted out. We got V Skulls at 50% minted. They got some pretty cool stuff going on. Go help them out. We got Kings of Cryptime, 33% minted out right now. That's going to be a fun game. I know I've seen a lot of people posting their kings. V Thugs, 20% right now for a play to earn game. Going to be a lot of fun. I got some cool NFTs from them. Visitors coming up on the 18th for the whitelist and the 19th for the public sale. So that is Saturday and Sunday. And then, of course, we have VIX dropping on the 12/18, which is Saturday, I do believe. 5,000 VIX. They just put out a new tweet. Go check it out. They put a little thread together. Go see what's going on with them. Very fair pricing. It's tiered, but it's still very cheap, very affordable. And I'm excited for what this week brings. I'm excited to see all those VIX busted out of prison this coming Saturday. So they still have some whitelist spots available. I'm not sure exactly how many. I'm sure Hippo can bring us up to speed on that. But other than that, I think that's about all I got for us today. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, Non-Fungible. Make sure to come back next Monday and update us. We love these Monday news updates for anybody who may have a hard time keeping a pulse on everything that's going on in our space. I mean, it's back to back to back. So thank you so much. Hippo, you have your hand raised. You want to talk a little bit about VIX?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for mentioning us, Non-Fungible News. So, yeah, as you can see above, we've just posted a comprehensive thread on all things VIX, all of the features. You got the bi-monthly vet airdrops. You've got all the different types, over 150 traits, the wrapped presents. There's a ton of info. Basically, all project info is in that thread. So if you like the artwork, definitely give that a look. We also announced today where we added 2 more projects to our artist collaborations. So we already had Airworthy, Mad V Apes, New Pig's Order, NFT Paper Project, Stoner Punks, and the Universe, Astro Backyard Utah's project. So we had them signed up for doing collaborations, and we just announced V Thugs and V Nerds will also be making one-of-one unique VIX in their art style. And so we'll create a limited series out of those collaborations and they'll be airdropped to VIX holders. We'll hold a lottery when the collection is done. And the waitlist. So waitlist is picking up. We're almost at 200 signed up. There's a link in the Twitter thread posted above, and there's also a link in our bio on Twitter. Just click the link, copy or paste your address into the box, click submit, and you are whitelisted and ready to go to mint at the first tier of 200 vet. Sorry, there's so much going on. I'm trying to get it all out. But yeah, if anybody has any questions on VIX, I know the artist popped in, so maybe we can talk now, or after some other projects speak, we can field any questions. But definitely give that tweet thread a look. It has all the information. Throw a retweet on it if you're down with the VIX. And yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, Hippo. I think the VIX are gaining a lot of traction. Your DMs and VIX NFT DMs are wide open, correct? If anybody has any questions.
Yeah, always open for questions, input, anything. Hit us up anytime. I'm always in DM, so I will respond promptly.
Awesome. And while I'm on it, non-fungible news, your DMs are open as well. If anybody wants a story covered or any type of coverage, they can come to you directly.
Absolutely, reach out anytime, and I'm more than happy to read over the white paper, look into the project, reach out to the creators, and see what kind of extra info we have to give out on the project.
Awesome. Guys, if your DMs are open and you come up and speak, make sure you let the community know. I think that's a great way to build a community is hear everybody's voice and value it all equally. So moving on, we're gonna talk to a few more projects. We have some more lined up that aren't speaking yet. So if you are a project that wants to speak about anything you're doing in the VNFT space or the VeChain space in general, please just request to speak. You can do that by pressing the bottom left tab and it'll raise your hand and I'll get you on up here. For the time being, we'll go ahead and move on to V Thugs. How you guys doing? Mint's live. How's the reception? How's the community going? Tell us all about it.
Hey, thank you for having us again. Yeah, we're doing really good. This weekend was a very good weekend for us and for the VeChain NFT space as a whole. So yeah, we started our pre-sale and our public sale, and yeah, we are really happy with the results that we have so far. Over 2,000 VTUCs have already been minted. We're now in the third tier, so everyone who has not minted one yet, they can still get one for 1170 VET. And with the dip going on right now, we think that's still quite a steal. And yeah, we really were really happy and surprised with how many people are supporting us. Some people have minted a lot already, and yeah, we want to thank everyone for the support and for minting so many VThugs in such a short time. This really gave us the opportunity to focus full time on this project, and we will invest the funds that we raised so far in developing the game, more marketing for the VThugs, and also other projects that we'll be launching on our marketplace. Talking about our marketplace, it's almost ready for testing. We are going to launch it before Christmas, and we will also have a special Christmas advent calendar event planned together with the V Nerds. So keep a lookout for that. That will be really cool. We also have something cool for our VThug minters. We're going to raffle 2 VThug sweaters amongst the minters, and we'll do this for every tier that we are selling out. So yeah, the first 2 will be soon be raffled. So keep an eye out on our social. We will announce the winners soon. And yeah, we the already 2 people have minted a space VTUC, and we already know from one person who minted it, but there is someone out there who minted it who has not told us yet. But that's it's one of 10 that already is going to get his physical print, so on metal or glass. we're going to send that to him. And yeah, let us know if you minted the other one, because you will be receiving a physical print of your space VTUG. So that's going to be very cool. They are hidden somewhere amongst every tier. So in every tier minted, there will be a space thug. Yeah, furthermore, I think that the VeChain NFT space as a whole has still a lot much more growing potential. And the whole VeChain community can help this growth, not only by buying NFT projects, but by spreading the word. That's I think one of the most helpful things to do. Sorry, we see more and more people from other blockchains like Ethereum's and Solana getting interested in VeChain. And yeah, I think if we all keep spreading knowledge and spreading the word about VeChain, we will see much more adoption than we already see right now. And the whole VeChain community can benefit from this. And in my opinion, the only way is up for us all. And yeah, once again, I would like to thank everyone for supporting us, as well as other VNFT projects. Mint some VTUGs if you can, or if you did not mint them already. And if you see people interested in NFTs, spread the word about our project and other VNFT projects. Convince them that VeChain is the place to be for NFTs. And yeah, do not think that you as a single person cannot make a difference, because it's the power of many individuals combined that is bringing success to all of us. So thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you, V-Thugs. I've got their pinned tweet up there. If you guys want to check out their Twitter, dive deep, their DMs are open. You can always hit them up. So thank you very much, V-Thugs. Congratulations on your current success, and I look forward to watching you guys grow and grow. So that's awesome. I want to do a quick shout out. We've got World of V Marketplace in listening. We've got legendary icon Vet Lieber in here listening in. How you doing, Vet? And we also see VC Marketplace in here. So again, these spaces are very tight knit, and it's nice to see you guys taking the time out to come in and listen and get a feel for the community. So hello guys, how you doing? Rock, I see you as well. You're a big V fan member as well, so I see a lot of you guys down there. It's good to see everybody. Thank you all for coming out. Let's keep it moving. We have VeChain NFT, and he's going to tell us a little bit about Stoner Punks and some things they've got going on. So VeChain, you have the floor.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's good to be back. It's good to come back every week and hear what's going on in the community. It's awesome to have this space. To start with Stoner Punks, we are doing a lot of collaborations, just like V Thugs and everyone else. Like every other community project, we are all doing a lot of collabs, and just wanted to highlight a few of them. First off, you talked about Vet Lieber. Vet Lieber, he's the artist of Vet Pets, and we are going to be doing a collab with him soon, which is going to be Christmas styled, and there's going to be I believe we are going to be donating to an animal charity for all the proceeds that come from that. The next one would be V-Balls. We have we are making 100 V-Balls at 100 Vet, and there's also going to be one Stoner Punk V-Ball inspired Stoner Punk that we sell on auction, and all of those proceeds are going to go to a charity as well. So that's very cool. We also have Vix. We're going to have Vix as a collab. V Nerds, as we already actually got V Nerds, right? You guys are on top of it. Also, congratulations on your mint out. New Pigs Order, Mad V Apes, V Thugs, and then two other artists, Arion and Mr. Cooper. So a bunch of collabs coming on with Stoner Punks, and it's really exciting time. We're also got some big news coming up tomorrow, which I don't think we're obliged to say yet. And also a Gleam event coming up, starting, I believe we're going to start next week. It's going to be coming up soon, though, and we're going to be giving out some of the collabs, NFTs, and other things like that. Don't want to take too much time because we do come up here every week, but just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown.
Thank you, VeChain NFT. We appreciate you coming on, and we know Stoner Punks has a bit of an English language barrier, so it's really nice that you take the time out to come on and share all that news for him. Let's go ahead and move on to Just Seasick. I believe he's representing an independent artist on World of V today. So, Just Seasick, would you tell us a little bit about that artist and just take it away?
Yeah, hello. Thank you for having me here. My name is Just Seasick, and I'm be happy to represent, in my small opinion, very exciting MC. He, with his brutal, handsome liquors and his new MC Daily Vibes account on the World of V marketplace. Yeah, he weighs. Oh, sorry, I'm not a very good English speaker, and I'm absolutely nervous. You cannot believe how nervous I'm in, but I try. Yeah, he was made aware of the World of V marketplace by a friend at Object, and he is very excited about the liquors sales on the World of V marketplace. Finally, his art was valued by others, and Imzi sorry again. Imzi is a 26-year-old artist from Central Asia, Uzbekistan, who lives and works in the capital Tashkent. He grew up in a family of artists. His mother's ceramicist, and his father is a painter. He graduated from the local artist school. Then he went to the Institute of Arts and Design, named after Kamaluddin Bakshat, and became a sculptor by education with the age of 22. Yeah. Do you have any questions about everything? Can you hear me good, everybody?
We can hear you just great. Drop some hundreds in the chat for Just Seasick. We appreciate you coming up, and I think everybody deals with that initial, popping on the space and talking. But I can assure you, man, we're all V fam, and there's nothing to be nervous about. I've actually pinned the artist up there, Imzi. Pinned his tweet, so if anybody's interested in kind of looking at that, you can go ahead and take a peek. You can message Just Seasick or the artist directly and kind of get a better understanding of the project. Seasick, is there anything else you want to leave us with about MZ's project, or maybe any details where to find him?
Yeah, you can find it above his Twitter account. You will find two different accounts. One account is only for his liquor art. It's from the Resident Evil monsters, and he really likes them. And the other account, he wants to make more serious art in the future, because he gets crazy if he only liquors. He wants to make 1,001 liquors. Everything are unique, and he will put a bunch of liquors time to time on the marketplace if they are finished. So this is a long time project from him. He has this account on World of V. And today we want to show his first single edition, and I want to speak a little bit about the story behind this.
Hello, fellow YouTubers. Chris Parker here with Parker.
The fantastic piece is called Fatal Illusion, and the story behind this is again a story of influences around Imzi. He always needs a long time to create sometimes the art, because he needs the influences and the influence of the environment. And sometimes it's just a friend playing a video game from the Far East, and a dust storm sweeping to the city. And he told me about his friends who are soldiers, and now they're coming back, and they're not like before. They're sometimes just sitting around, and they're silent, deep in thoughts, and disinvolved in the environment. And I'm very touched by the stories of the art, of the artwork. And he wants to try to sell it for 4K wet on this Daily Vibes account today. The artist royalty are just 7%. And take a look on it. It's very amazing. And I don't know if I can say it like Imzi tell it me. I try to do it. We are really Google Translator warriors. It's sometimes a bit different behind this artwork, and it takes a lot of time to create it. And it's very cool. Check it out for sure. a little surprise for all liquors holders as well. We count 14 liquors holder, and he is very touched by the support and that he can sell it. And he wants to give everyone a free NFT airdrop in the next 4 weeks. And he's very happy to be in such a grateful and nice community. Yeah, this is all I got today. One little thing: he makes a Discord server in the future, so the IMSI crew can hang out and know what's going on in the future with the artist. Very exciting future. I can promise. I know a little bit. He really will make more art in the future. Right now, he is trying to sell his laser cutter business, so he's a little bit more busy. That's the reason why everything needs a little bit longer. But after this, he will full focus on his art, and it's just amazing. Check it out on World of V. And yeah, maybe I will speak a little bit more in the future too. I would really like it if I can represent him more, because I'm really touched by his story and this artist. Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you very much for having me here. Bye.
Thank you, Just Seasick. I love it. I appreciate it. You did great. I've got that tweet pinned by MZ up there, so make sure you give Just Seasick a follow, give MZ a follow, stay up to date with them. And Seasick, you are invited back next Monday. Bring us some more information and shake out those jitters and come back. So, you did great. Thank you very much. Come back next Monday and tell us more, okay? Let's go ahead and hop on to V-Balls. How you guys doing? Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Hi. Evening for me. Probably afternoon for some of you. Yeah, we're doing good. Sales a bit slow, but that's all right. We knew from the start our project wasn't for everybody, but happy with the results so far. We sold 5%. Got to start somewhere. But the main reason is that we're here tonight is actually that we're having a collab with Stoner Punks. So together we did we designed a V-Ball with a Stoner Punk special edition in it, and we'll be auctioning that on World of Free. And 100% of the price that is paid for this auction will go to a charity for children that don't have a lot during Christmas. So we want to do something back and try and get as much vet out of the auction to raise some money for these kids so they can enjoy Christmas like every kid should. I mean, kids should enjoy Christmas and not be part of the poverty they are in. So that's the auction we're dropping. And then after the auction, we're actually dropping another 100 V-Balls on the marketplace, which will be 100 vet. Those will not be animated, but those will just be stills, and there will be the Stoner Punk V-Ball stills. And also that 100% will go to a charity. So yeah, we're trying to do something back for community. And we hope everybody will show up or mint one V-Ball, V Stoner Ball, as we call it, or Stoner Ball. And let's do something back for community together. That's the most important thing, actually. So yeah. And a big shout out to Stoner Punks. I mean, they say they have a language barrier, but I must say the collaboration with them was so smooth. We didn't have any discussions and really enjoyed it. So yeah, shout out to them.
Thank you, V-Balls. Thank you. Yeah, I've pinned your tweet up at the top there, so if anybody's interested in entering a giveaway or staying up to date with anything that V-Balls is doing, I think it's a great initiative.
This one's passed. This one was won by Sunseek. I don't know if he's here, but he won it yesterday. But I think a few tweets down, the auction one is there. But we're still minting. We had the lottery, so every V-Ball is a lottery ticket. Jackpot now is 10,000 VeChain. And we'll increase every 100 V-Balls we sell. So it's not only a V-Ball, but it's also your lottery ticket.
Thank you. And please come back next Monday. Keep us up to date. I think everybody's in the holiday spirit. So thank you, V-Balls.
So the auction is Monday, by the way. So it will probably be done by the time it'll be on while this talk is on, actually. So yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you, V-Balls.
All right, thanks.
I'm going to pass it over to World of V. This is a surprise speaker, so I don't know what to expect. But World of V, how you doing? Tell us what's on your mind.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. No, nothing. Actually, I came in because I wanted to know who was the artist minting on World of V, but now I realized. Very cool. I'm loving the fact that there are all, these new artists helping each other, doing cooperation. I feel it's pretty cool, and actually, that's the way it should be, because being a new community, it's nice to see everyone helping each other and growing up the community. It's funny because I was just thinking that a few months ago we didn't have any of these, and now the VJ and NFT community it's growing a lot. I don't know. Moreover, I can give you an update on what's happening with the World of V. I mean, who knows us pretty much knows what is happening, but I can tell here as well. Basically, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, we are implementing our staking pool for World of V token, which is, as far as I can recall, the first staking pool without any kind of limitation on VeChain. So basically, whoever has a World of V token can just come and stake it to the pool. The pool is going to run for 60 days. It will have no fees to add liquidity or to remove liquidity. I believe the APY are around 40 to 50%, and that's just the first staking pool. After that, we're gonna have other staking pools, 2 or 3. Those are gonna be for the special cards, that people bought, Moreover, we're launching the new marketplace. We are currently testing. It's pretty exciting. Finally, it's coming alive, and I believe we're gonna launch it Friday or Saturday, depending on how we feel. Also, because we have a big drop coming up on Friday, one of the curated drop. This week it's gonna be with Von Doyle. He's a very cool artist. You should all check it out. But yeah, very busy, very happy. I'm loving the space, and again, thank you so much for having me over.
Thank you, World of V. I love everything you guys are doing. Super awesome to watch you guys grow and build, and also really cool to see independent artists have the ability to, network with other people and get their art out there to the community. So hats off to you guys. You're crushing it, and we hope you keep crushing it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's keep it moving here. I'm pretty excited about this project. I know very little about it, but we're all going to learn together today. I'd like to welcome on Exo Worlds. How you doing? Tell us a little bit about your project. What's going on?
Hey, man. Hey, guys. Thanks a lot. This is my first Twitter space, and this is my first time speaking at a Twitter space, so thanks a lot. And okay, so yeah, the project is just kind of got launched off. We got our website, exoworlds.io, online. We did our first tier whitelist, and tons of people, voiced like a lot of interest. And so, yeah, I'd love to tell you more about the project, more about the game. Basically, it started out as an NFT project. I really wanted to get together with some Blender guys and make some really realistic worlds, some really unique, diverse planet types. And it kind of just evolved into a thing where I thought, man, I could really make this interesting. So at first we thought of having like lights as civilization, like visual features. And I thought to myself, well, wouldn't it be cool if we had people actually build their civilizations from scratch? And so that's basically the whole concept. Is we have 2 phases. One phase is an individual strategy game where people come in and they basically have like primal civilizations, and they utilize resources to build technologies to get and harvest more refined resources to build more advanced technologies in the quest to become an interstellar civilization. And so it's kind of like it evokes a lot of Age of Empires and Sid Meier's Civilization, but it's not a like a 2D kind of like where you build buildings and you have little troops go and do things. It's very conceptual. It's a text and icon based interface, and so it's all very intellectual. You get to basically really direct your civilization at a conceptual level of what they want to develop, how they want their economies to grow, how their governments are going to develop. You know, what are the attitudes of your government towards your workforce, towards your military? How are you going to develop your aggressive tendencies? How are you going to mitigate risks on dangerous technologies like AI, like, you know, atomic and nuclear technology, stuff like that. And that's the phase one. Phase one is basically build your civilization. And it's really cool because I can't really simulate a galaxy of 10,000 economies and governments and players. Actually, the NFT holders do that for us. In phase one, you guys are all going to be able to build your own unique civilizations, your own unique economy, unique military and government. Um, and that plays a huge role in phase two. Phase two is going to be the whole metaverse reality of the game, which is every world becomes a member of the Galactic Federation of Planets. And so people get to vote on how the galaxy works, on how political conflicts are resolved, on how warfares can be started, things like that. And so it's going to be a really cool opportunity for us to see how people want to interact with other planets, how people are going to engage others. Are they going to choose to cooperate? Are they going to choose to be competitive? Are they going to choose to be total Klingons and just like try and ravage other worlds? You know, I'm going to be very excited to see what people choose. And it's going to be really, really interesting because like how your economy and how your technology develops in the first phase, it defines a lot of stuff in the second phase, like planetary industry specialization. You know, depending on what kind of technologies you really want to go hard on, you have various different industries like agriculture, healthcare, aerospace technology, even, you know, like entertainment and gambling, piracy and crime, logistics, you know, the Jabba Hutts of the universe or of the galaxy who are like, you know, export import masters, and they deal with, you know, huge international or interplanetary trading. And so we're pretty excited about that. We've got a pretty remarkable team. I'm like really lucky. I found these guys with, you know, it took some time to find quality guys, but I was really lucky in finding some really, really, you know, stand up people that were willing to put in the work, willing to see the vision. We got like three Blender guys that are working on some really diverse star backgrounds, planets. We have like 7 planet types, from desert planets like Arrakis to like, you know, Hoth type ice worlds to, you know, we have volcanics, earths, tropicals, oceans, and island worlds. And so each one of these is going to have different, very specific set of values for civilizations to grow out of, and different technologies. And so it's going to be really cool. In phase two, in terms of like virtual land and exploring spaces together, what we're thinking about is developing it on faction motherships. So a really big part of the storyline is that this galaxy is basically experiencing the first birth of sentient life. And as soon as everybody gets to reach subspace technology, they kind of like get these, you know, subspace radio frequencies, giving them kind of like coordinates to the center of the galaxy, where there are these like huge primordial motherships with huge mega cities inside of them. And so they're going to be about 10 factions with 10 motherships, one mothership per faction. And each mega city is going to be distributed with, you know, throughout 7 different world types. Kind of like New York is Chinatown, and, you know, all sorts of little boroughs. We're going to have the, you know, the desert world borough, the ice world borough, and we're going to have different, you know, civilizations be a part of that. And so that's how I think it's going to evolve into, is people exploring and teleporting throughout the different motherships and building establishments on their land. And so it's going to be a really cool balance between you organizing, maintaining, and interacting with your civilization at the planetary level, and then creating citizens, which are individual players that can be played at the first player level, to go into the virtual space and explore virtual land and build, virtual establishments. And I want it to be a really cool and organic ecosystem where players are servicing other players, where the community is basically driving itself and benefiting from itself and the growth of players. And yeah, so check up our website. It's exoworlds.io. We've got a Discord. It's blowing up. I need to get, I'm getting mods in place, and we're just ramping up our marketing. So definitely stay tuned. We definitely want to build something that is out of this world, that's very unique, that's founded on quality and community, and that's pretty much it. Open to questions, but I give you guys the floor.
Thank you, Exo Worlds.
Thank you, Exo Worlds.
And if you wouldn't mind hopping on
mute. Yeah.
And so I think this is our very first of all the Monday spaces that we've had a speaker who's not part of the project, but it seems like they have a question. So Wilson, you're our very first speaker question for any project. Welcome. What's your question?
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk. I have many questions. I don't want to take a lot of time. But my first question for Exo Worlds is, I know you said that your first tier whitelist already went by. I was wondering when the second tier whitelist would be open, and if you had any information you could share with us about that.
Yeah, very good question. We're actually just formulating finalizing that campaign. So in the next couple of days, I think in the next 3 days, we're going to roll out with a retweet campaign. So this is what we're planning for the next. We're going to open up a tier 2 for 250 members and players to join the whitelist tier 2. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a set of instructions for a 7-day NFT giveaway leading up to Christmas. So basically a Christmas NFT giveaway of certain planets. And we're going to have different challenges on each day. And somebody that completes those challenges on those given days is going to get an NFT, a daily winner for leading up to the 25th. And so basically in the next 3 days, we're going to launch with those instructions, and the whitelisters that retweet, the first 250 people that retweet those instructions are going to participate in the whitelist. And 6 of those people, 6 of the first 250 retweets are going to, a random set of 6 people within the first 250 retweets are going to be given an NFT. So that's basically the rollout plan for the tier 2. And I'm not sure if we're going to have a tier 3, but I'm really excited to roll that out, do some giveaways, and engage the community.
All right, I appreciate the answer. As far as the game goes, this is my second question. You said there will be interactions with between planets, and I heard you mention you could either take the peaceful route or just be a warfare and civilization. Let's say I was to be sort of an evil, just world domination type dude, right? And I wanted to take over Crypto Hippo's planet, right? Could I do that? Could I develop my technology to a point where I could just demolish all of his weapons and then take over his planet?
That's a very good question, man. I was talking with one of my partners about that. I think that at first, so what we're going to do for phase 2, and that's the whole MMORPG part, is we're going to launch a governance token and a secondary, in-game economy currency by staking those governance tokens. But basically, those governance tokens are going to be used to vote. So if you have governance tokens, some minimal amount, and everybody's going to be given a lot. So you get to vote in the Galactic Senate as to the rules and engagements, the rules of engagement in terms of warfare, in terms of interest rates, in terms of all these sorts of things. What I'm thinking is that the game is going to roll out with a very kind of a very neutral stance on that. We're going to make it so that if planets want to, if they want to engage in warfare, it has to be a dual system where both planets actually put something on the line. And we're actually not sure if we want players to risk their planets. I think that it has to be something that can only be done by experienced players, maybe players that have already engaged in warfare or have already both engaged in warfare and contributed to some kind of a network where they cooperate. So it might be that your experience has to be at a very high point for you to basically engage in total, hostile takeovers. But I think when the game starts, and I'll let the Galaxy decide what they want to do through voting systems. But I think that at first it'll only be how much governance tokens or how much in-game credits do you want to stake in the warfare, and everybody's got to accept the terms, and then you can engage in warfare, and that's going to be a really cool experience where we have yet to kind of really hammer down on the mechanics, whether you're going to you're going to be in a jet pilot, and you're going to be like Luke Skywalker, and you're going to be going in there, or if it's going to be like Warhammer, and you're actually going to be directing a bunch of armadas. But at first, no. At first, I think that what we'll do is when you do engage in warfare and you lose, for instance, you do get knocked back a civilization age. So if you're in the interstellar age, you might get knocked back to spacefaring. You might get pushed back through your system colonization because it got ravaged, and you're back to just shooting out rockets and spaceships to Mars and nearby planets, so to speak. So I hope that answered your question. But if people do want to engage in total hostile takeover wars and really put stuff on the line, then I think that the Galactic Senate will definitely be able to voice that policy vote. And then we're going to have the founders issue a vote. And if it is ratified, then the Galaxy has spoken.
All right, understood. I do appreciate the answer, and he does answer my question. And I think that's really fair, actually, for if there's newer players or planets that haven't really developed, they don't want to be taken out of the game right away. So, yeah, I think that's a pretty good system, a good way of going about it. I have just one last question, and I'll let you guys continue, and I'll let Crypto Hippo ask his question. So you said, and I might have misheard this, but players will be able to go into your planet as a sort of a first player experience and sort of work with each other with businesses or wherever it may be to make the planet grow or just create an economy, I guess. So would that mean then that if I'm the owner of a planet, and then a player comes in that does not own a planet, they can still play the game by going into my planet and interacting with the things inside of it or around it?
That's a great question. So actually, right now we're on the fence whether we want the whole space to be fragmented on all the planets, because the whole experience in phase 2 in terms of the planetary aspect is going to be, at the very planetary level. Your entire population and stuff like that. And we are developing Unreal environments right now. And we definitely can make people explore their planets. What we're thinking about is making people explore their planets to find these rare monoliths that give them civilization points. But in terms of the social experience, what we're thinking is the 10 faction megaships that are centered around the galactic black hole. Those ships are basically going to be the communal spaces. Those places are going to have the virtual land that people will be able to establish their businesses. And what I'm thinking is that, and this is still really up for grabs, but I'm thinking that citizens are a major part of the phase 2. Citizens are basically individual characters that are born from the planets, that the NFT holders have. And what we're thinking is that once we've exceeded the amount of, let's say we have 8,000 players and 10,000 planets. Some players love to have 2 or 3 planets. And by the way, trading so that your planets can be close to each other, that's definitely a thing. So you guys can form, stable political alliances in close by star systems. But I'm thinking that if we do reach a kind of saturation in the amount of players and planets, that other players will be able to come in as citizens of certain planets, And I think it would only be fair for some of the economic activity that those citizens, which are totally unrelated, the economic output by those citizens, some of it goes as a tax to the world that they come from. So it's an added incentive for people to get behind the game when it starts, get a planet, or risk having to be a citizen of a planet. And then planet holders can basically choose, do I want my planet to be up for grabs? Like, do I open my server, as a mode of speaking? Do I open up my server so that players can join my server, my exo world? Or do I close it off so that, only me and my approved list of friends can play as citizens of my world? So the exclusivity or the inclusivity of that system is definitely up for grabs by each of the NFT holder. I hope that answered your questions. And these are really good questions, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really excited for this project. I saw it, I think like a few days ago, and I was just poking around the Twitter. I'm assuming you guys will do like a Discord very soon. Very excited to see that. And I'm very excited for the drop, which, by the way, do remind me what it is. But I'll stop with the questions and let Crypto Hippo speak. Sorry.
I just wanted to really quickly preemptively propose a truce with you, Wilson. Planet Hippo is a peaceful and loving civilization. Please don't destroy our pleasure domes.
I can't promise anything, and that goes for everybody in the chat. I'm aiming for war. Not all the time. I'll take offerings, but yeah, don't sleep. It's not sweet around here.
By the way, there are repercussions to war. I mean, this place is hopefully, what I want is for a flourishing economic, ecosystem that actually gets people to, earn. And so as the game matures, there's going to be money involved, and I hope that people can earn real money and like pay their bills and buy presents and do whatever the heck they want with the money they get. So if you're a total chaotic player, you might really want to strategize where you wreak havoc, because people might really rally around, create trade embargoes, restrict your planet's means of logistical travel and shipments. So it's going to be very complex when money's on the line.
I take it back.
I take it back.
I'll try to be not as aggressive, but Crypto Hippo, I'm still coming for your planet. Don't sleep.
Sounds like there's a lot of enthusiasm about Exo Worlds. So thank you very much for coming on and talking to us. And also, I would like to propose, if you want to do a Exo Worlds AMA to where we can have everybody come up and ask questions and get everybody's questions answered, I would totally love to do that. But at this point, I'm going to put a 1-question limit on it just so we can get through the space. I don't want everyone sitting here all day. So Exo Worlds, you're more than welcome to come back next Monday. And also, if you want to host an AMA, you reach out to me via DM. We'll set that up and market it up so everybody knows when and where to be. And we can cover a lot of these things as far as like phase 1 details, phase 2 details. I think it's a super awesome project, and it's obvious everyone's enthusiastic. So S, it looks like you have a question. Go ahead and limit it to 1 and wrap up, guys. Oh, he bounced out. S, if you'd like to come back up and ask a question, that's fine. In here, and we hope to see you next Monday. S, I'm going to approve you for your question, and then we'll move on and wrap up.
So Wilson pretty much asked every single question. Nah, he basically, the question that I had was, I know phase 1 is going to be like text based and conceptual, but I just wanted to know more about what would phase 2 look like in the metaverse aspect of it. But it was kind of answered. It's going to be on Unreal. There's going to be some real conflict going on. It sounds promising, so it was answered.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Unreal 5. So I have a really cool guy based out of Egypt who's developing some of the environments and prototyping some things for us. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to be coming out with more concept drawings and concept illustrations so people can really get the theme. The virtual space is going to be really cool. We're going to have like different themes like cyberpunk, science fantasy, solar punk, neo-noir, biopunk, and robotic futurism are some of the themes that we're going to have, so that we can have like some really like, you know, diverse world types. You're feeling like you're feeling a little bit more like what was the movie with cyberpunk? No, it was what's the movie with Harrison Ford, guys? Somebody save me here. The
Blade
sci-fi
Runner.
movie. Blade Runner. Yeah, if you're feeling like a Blade
Blade
Runner
Runner, yeah.
type, Blade Runner, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You get a Blade Runner vibe, you can go to one of the faction cities. You get to another vibe, you go to another city. So it's gonna be very diverse.
Yeah, that sounds promising.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me, guys. I gotta run. I wanted to participate, say hi to y'all. I'm gonna be here for longer next Monday, but thank you so much for having me. Check out, we do have a Discord on our website, so you guys can participate there. And I wish you guys all the luck for the giveaway we're about to have.
Thank you very much, Exo Worlds. That's awesome. I see some more people requesting to speak for, I'm assuming, some questions. Guys, we're going to host a Exo Worlds AMA. I'm sure that it'll be an hour-long segment of just unpacking all about Exo Worlds. So we'll put off questions for that project for the rest of the session today. We're going to move on to our final project, and then we're going to wrap up. I've got a 5-year-old that's been watching Osmosis Jones patiently waiting for me to play dolls. So we're going to wrap this up. My final speaker is going to be Universe, which is Jason from Astro Backyard UT. Welcome to the space, and tell us what's on your mind today.
What's going on, everybody? So far, great chat. Thanks for everything, Ziggy. And Exo Worlds, real quick, check your DMs. Possible collaboration there. I think that'd be pretty sick and pretty fitting. But I wanted to give a huge thanks to everybody who has minted my project and sold it out in 4 minutes. It's still mind-blowing to me. Thank you all so much for the support and love. I am going to be coming out with a Gen 2, I guess if you want to call it. I have a lot of requests from y'all and also a bunch of other big astrophotographers that are looking to get into this crypto space and NFT world and things like that. So I'm hoping that I can have enough information and details here by the first couple weeks of January. I'm realistically probably going to launch again sometime end of January, February. So I got to talk to Brett and the boys from VC. But I do have a couple things up on World of V in the marketplace, some things that I did not put on VC. So if you guys do want to go check that out, go take a look at that. They are up for sale. I'm also going to be doing an auction, I believe, in the early first 2 weeks of January for a composite image of 19 different nebulas, all composited into one. So it really cool, really cool concept. So got to talk with the boys over at World of V on that to just solidify that. But I did want to talk about a very cool collaboration that I'm doing with V-Nerds. So I'm not going to give too much information away, but for those who have collected the 5 sets of each person or even just a single person, there's an extremely cool collaboration that we're doing with a very cool background and foreground on that. So I don't know, Ziggy, if you want to talk a little bit about that or what.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Jason. So we collaborated with Universe. It was a spur of the moment thing last night. We have ultra rares going out to airdrop to people who've collected one. But one of them for a super ultra rare airdrop that we're going to be doing here in the next couple of days. And my artist and Universe got together and did what artists do and collaborated together. So we're going to be dropping that teaser in the Discord after this space is ended. So any nerds out there who are going to be active in Discord, make sure you check that out, and you're going to see an awesome sneak peek at what the ultra rares are going to look like. And that's basically it for the nerd collab. We've got a couple other airdrops going out, and you guys all know what's going on. So hop in the Discord, say hi, get your nerd on. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. We had so many projects come, starting from the beginning. You know, we had New Pig Order mentioned, V Skulls was mentioned, Kings of Cryptime was mentioned, V Thugs were Go Mint currently right now. We have a lot of independent artists on World of V. They retweet a lot of those artists who are utilizing the platform. So if you guys want to find new artists, just stop at the World of V Twitter and hop around, look around, follow people, retweet. And at the very end of the space, I like to implore everybody to scroll through the listeners. Make sure you follow somebody with no PFP. PFP is a profile picture. So make sure you follow somebody with no PFP. Make sure you follow someone with your favorite PFP, and make sure you follow someone with your least favorite PFP, one that you just absolutely hate, because we want to understand you all of each other and support the community. So that's it for me. I think we're going to have a quick word from VC before we roll out. But as far as Mondays go, thank you guys for coming out. It's a great turnout. We're going to do this every Monday. We're having MVG Mad Viking Games come on VChain Thursday in 3 days. So make sure you tune into the VChain official Twitter, get all the details on that, join the Discord. I'll be hosting there as well. If any projects want to do a specific AMA just for your project alone, reach out to me to DM. I was going to switch over and do like 500 vet per project that wanted to come on and speak, but I'm having too much fun with this, so I'm going to go ahead and publicly trash that idea. Any project that wants to come on and speak for free, you're totally welcome, and that'll just go on as long as Twitter exists. So thank you guys for all the support. It's been a blast. Like with V Nerds, it's been a blast with Thursday. It's been a blast with Twitter Spaces. The VC guys are extremely helpful. The World of V Marketplace is extremely easy to navigate, and every single project that I've reached out to has done a collab for absolutely free. And in fact, none of them have ever even asked what's in it for me, or what are we getting out of it. Every single one of these projects has been balls to the wall, eager to collab, eager to bring something to the community. And I hope you, as the community themselves, are enjoying your space, enjoying your time. And I hope you recognize that we are in the embryonic stages of VNFT. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to pass it off to VC and let him wrap us up.
Yeah, super quick. This is Brad, just under disguise. Wanted to mention that actually on the 15th, so 2 days from now, we're dropping V Loot, which is a totally free mint for people. It's a derivative of the Loot project for adventurers from Ethereum. It's something that was put together by our mods. They went and they did, it's not just a straight copy, right? They went and they put in all their own values. They're making them VChain centric, so there's Easter eggs in there that are relevant to a lot of the people here. So World of V, virtual hippo, like everyone, I'm sure that they have little pinches of fun in there for everything, but totally free. The first mint is going to be the 15th, but we're going to do rolling mints so that we try to disperse the collection amongst the community. But it's totally meant for people just to see the experience, have some fun, collect some cards, and then ultimately provide tools for builders to make them extensible and just have fun with them.
100's in the chat for VC, 100's in the chat for World of V, 100's in the chat for all independent artists and collectors out there. My favorite phrase lately is "wag me, baby." We're all going to make it. It's been a blast. Thank you guys for coming out for another awesome Monday. 100's in the chat for yourself. Throw a knuckles up if you want to punch Hippo in the face and take his planet. I think we're all in agreement there that he will be the weakest planet in the entire solar system, and we will bully him until he leaves the project. Totally kidding. You guys have a great Monday. I'll see you all on Thursday. If you guys need me, reach out to DM. If you want to launch a project or collection, reach out to VC. If you want to do an independent artistry drop, reach out to World of V. Everybody's DMs are open. We're having a blast. Thank you guys so much. V fam, V fam, V fam.